up, and set it equal to something, that would be my equation. Okay, good? All right, let's do that. So, do you know the measurement of any of these angles? You know that? Just this one. That's the one we know. 50, right? Everything else we don't, it's not an actual number. Y minus 10, well, we don't know what Y is. So we know if it's 100 or 50 or 35. We have no idea. The only one we know is this one. But what we do know is that we know the measure of a line. The measurement of a line. That's what we do. That's what. You watch sports? Sure. You don't watch sports? Okay. Skateboarding, basketball, nothing like that?
I do used to play basketball.
Okay, well, so you didn't watch it. Well, you did watch it. If you're playing it, you're watching yourself. But anyway, if you were facing one direction, you turn the opposite direction, how many degrees? Not 90. Think about if someone were dunking. If I went to dunk the basketball, what happened? You've heard it before. You ever watched the dunk contest or anything like that? Oh, so you've heard it before. You just didn't realize it.
Yeah.
Haven't heard it? Okay, it's called 180 degrees. That's what a line measures. All lines are straight. They measure 180 degrees. Okay, so we know that this line itself is 180. So all we have to do is take each of these values, add them up, set it equal to 180 because we know it has to be equal. So, y minus 10. Sorry about that. Let's take it inside. Yeah.
Thank you.
So y minus 10. Add y minus 20. We're going to add 50. Add y. Add another y, and we're going to set that equal to 180. Make sense? Only a little? What part? Where am I missing? Where am I moving? Well, what I just said, just this concept. The fact that we know that these angles have to add to 180 because the measure of a line is 180. Like if your total height is 5'6", 5'5", if I took each piece of you and added it together, what should it equal? 5'3", well, your height. That's what 5'6". It would equal your height. Same thing here. The measure is 180, so if I took each piece of it, it should add to 180. That's all this is. Make sense? Yeah. So now we can combine like terms. Let's see if we can simplify it. Right now it's confusing. We don't know what's going on. So we have a y here, y there, y there, y there. They're all like terms, so we can combine. So we're going to do exactly what it says. Y plus y plus y plus y. How many y's is that? So the answer is?
No. 40.
So when you add y plus y plus y plus y, the answer is? Well, the entire angle is 180, this whole thing here. But when you add just the y's together.
How many y's?
So how would you say that? 4 y. It's just that. So 4 y. Think of it if you were adding objects. If I added the same object 4 times. 1 apple plus 1 apple plus 1 apple plus 1 apple. What would it be? You see how apples came along? 1y plus 1y plus 1y plus 1y would be 2y. That's why the y is still there. It's not gone, it's still there.
They haven't told me why. They told me
Okay? Good. All right, so we have now the numbers. We have a negative 10, negative 20, plus 50. So we're going to do that. Negative 10 minus 20. What is that?
Negative 30.
Good job. Okay, negative 30, and then add 50. Good man, isn't it?
Wow. What grade is it?
Okay. 180. So far, so good. So here's, again, the algebra part of it. So the goal of algebra is always to get the variable by itself. That's how we find out what it is. Okay? So we have to get this thing alone, nothing around it. So we have to move this 20 and this 4. We're going to start with the 20. You see how it's adding? So to move something in algebra, we have to do the opposite operation. Okay, so what's the opposite principle also says what we do on one side of the equation, we have to do to the other side to maintain this. So we subtract 20 here, we have to subtract 20. Okay? Let's figure out what that is. So 4y, because we didn't mess with it, it just comes down to the y. Don't even worry about it. Okay? 20 minus 20? That's why it's not there. Good job. Okay? And 180 minus 20 is what that says. Excuse me. Almost there. Now we gotta remove this 4. Now remember we said the way to move something is to do the opposite operation. Okay? So even though we don't see an actual operation, there actually is one there. It's multiplication. In the future, when you see a number next to a letter, they are multiplied. Okay? So the question is, what's the opposite of multiplication? Division. So we're going to divide both sides. Since this 4 is what we're trying to move, divide by 4. What we do to one side? 4 divided by 4 is... So technically it'll say 1y, but 1 times anything is itself. Like 1 times 5 is 5, 1 times 8 is 8, 1 times -2 is -2. The 1 doesn't matter, so we don't have to actually write it. We get y by itself. Goal's accomplished. Y is by itself. Let's figure out what it is. 160 divided by 4 is the actual math question. What is 160 divided by 4? Right underneath it.